Sports coming to y'all with a new segment today. We got this segment called 5 Questions with PB Sports. Today I got a Chiefs fan here. We are on set here in Kansas City. I got a few questions for him about, his journey as a Chiefs fan, with them just winning the ship. So, we got Daryl here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro, for doing this. All right. And Dace on the camera. Yep. All right, bro. First question. Early on in the season, the Chiefs were struggling. How strong did y'all feel about y'all chances about getting to the Super Bowl?
And so I'm not gonna lie. So I had a conversation with my boy Tyler, this guy I work with. He's actually a 49ers fan. So the interesting thing is, like, at the very beginning of the season, I was telling him, I was like, man, the Chiefs not looking good. So I was like, if anybody go to the Super Bowl, I want it to be Purdy. Like, he got a cool little story. So I was like, I'm kind of excited to see that. We just had a lot of mishaps. Like, I just felt like our receiving core was kind of weak. Kelsey, very beginning of the season, everybody could kind of tell that his game wasn't there. We couldn't rely on Tony. We couldn't rely on MVS. Like, it was just a lot of things that wasn't clicking. So I was like, a lot of teams are looking pretty solid at the beginning of the season. So I didn't feel very strong about this playoff or even Super Bowl berth.
Yeah, we see where we at now, goddamn. All right, but speaking of the receiving core, the Chiefs decided to part ways with Tyreek Hill. How was you feeling about that when you heard that?
Honestly, I feel like the biggest thing for me is I know that, like, knowing Pat, he gonna make it work with whoever he has on the team. But I think for me it was more so like I feel like the chemistry was there. So like knowing that, like, we always got like Tyreek to rely on, we always got Kelsey to rely on, we always got who else was good receivers? We had McCole at the time, so we had a lot of great players that I felt like we could rely on. So I feel like that chemistry alone was enough to keep the team going. So once he left, I was kind of worried about how that team chemistry would be.
I was thinking the same thing. Y'all got McCole Hardman back. It's like you got a little bit more speed back, and then he ended up catching the Super Bowl, winning the touchdown. So that's crazy how that turned out.
That was tough.
So at what point did you begin to feel, even though you guys have been struggling, that you guys actually had a chance?
So I think that my thing is, like, we played a lot of tough teams, but really seeing how, like, no matter like how grim it gets, and this is really not even this season, but like the season past, the last like 2 years, I feel like no matter how like grim it gets, no matter how strong the other teams are, whether we playing Burrow, whether we playing I can't think of his name. Bills QB, I can't think of it.
Josh Allen. I was like, don't say Lamar.
We can have Lamar there too, and even if it's Lamar. But yeah, Josh Allen. I couldn't think of his name at the moment. Sorry, Josh. But I just felt like, like we've been playing some really tough teams, and no matter what, we pulled through. So even when it's 13 seconds, whether it's for the Super Bowl, 9 seconds on the clock, like Pat gonna find a way to kind of pull it through. So I felt like seeing some of the games that I've seen with the Chiefs, I just can never really count them out.
Yeah, so I think we talked about this earlier. Y'all said y'all been fans of the Chiefs, since Alex Smith, Jamal Charles, Tony Gonzalez days, So how did you guys feel when you guys started seeing you guys put together a winning roster? Like, how was that feeling? Like man, we actually might be a really good team.
So honestly, yeah, I got a buddy. So since high school, every year that we, the Chiefs make, some changes to the roster, he's always like, "Hey, this the year." And so I always used to joke with him. I'm like, we love the Chiefs, bro, but why you keep saying that? Like, let's be real, bro. Like, this is not the year. But once I started seeing, Pat really start getting some playing time, and once I really seen like Pat and Kelsey clicking, and I started seeing all these different changes to the roster, we started hearing Chris Jones more, and really just had like some good players on both offense and defense. I started to be like, like I really feel like this is like truly the tide of the Chiefs. And like really, it wasn't even about like just seeing them win, but like I said, just seeing that team cohesion, seeing like cleaner plays, seeing like it just looked like it was more like of a like efficient team. So I guess like seeing that roster like really get like beefed up was really just a sign that like we really got some times ahead of us.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I go through that every year with my team. I'm seeing them put in pieces here and there. When we got what's his name, Earl Thomas, I thought it was over after we got him. And every year it seemed like it's gonna be our year, but it was y'all this year. So, congrats on y'all winning the Super Bowl and all that good stuff. You follow the NBA at all? Who your teams you looking forward to in the NBA?
So my thing is, I don't really follow like teams in general. I kind of follow players. So I really like seeing. I really like seeing people that can kind of change the game or change the field that they're in. So whether that's Pat when we talking about football or we talking about basketball here, like seeing LeBron, seeing Curry, seeing Kobe, seeing these dudes that really kind of like revolutionize like the craft that they're in. I think that's like the thing that I follow the most. So right now I'm really following again like LeBron, just seeing how his career ends out. It was good to go and see him live and kind of be able to take witness to that in person. But yeah, I really like individuals, not necessarily like a team. So yeah, since we don't have one here, I don't have like a team for my own self. But yeah, I do respect seeing some of the greats like really go out there and like put they all on the line and kind of revolutionize the game.
For sure. I respect that one for sure. PB Sports Media is going to be on site for the Grizzlies and the Lakers game. We definitely want to see LeBron in person too. That's one of our, one of the things on our bucket list. But, bro, I appreciate you so much.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm going to have to catch a Lakers game with you and, maybe a Chiefs game this next season.
For sure. PB Sports signing out. Thank y'all for tuning in.